Ford Field in Detroit. It's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, who's now in his 7th season in the league, former #1 overall pick, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
Winston now to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. Gets past one man. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former 7th-round pick from FIU at quarterback. It's Alex Magoo.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Magoo back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Magoo's throw complete there to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Magoo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Travis Kelce. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 23 carries, 134 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Magoo. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing here, Magoo. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On third down, here's Jones. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jones, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Lions are able to grow their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Barr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Lockett. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. To throw is Magoo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 44. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Bears will get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Magoo looking to throw it. Rolling to his right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the 40 now on second down, Winston.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
This is Harris on the draw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Succop's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And you want to talk about active hands. These guys, these defensive backs, these linebackers, they've had active hands.
Almost reminds you of those great basketball teams, the ones that really defend, and we talk about the length that they have and able to get their hands on balls and have deflections and knock them away. That's what we're seeing here. Very difficult to get a pass into a receiver because there's always someone in the lanes.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And some space here.
And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 36-yard line.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a play fake here on first down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Kelce. As the first half is winding down.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Jameis now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he goes out right around the 39.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And a happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there as we look ahead to 2 more games later today and then a full slate coming up this weekend. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the LA Rams. Then, on Sunday night, a big one in the AFC North to wrap up the holiday weekend. The Browns and the Ravens from Baltimore. That's all that needs to be said. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Back to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Winston. Flush to his right. And he he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
First down, Winston. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. That catch good for only a couple.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 36, Winston. He gets it complete to Harris. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a third down. Now Winston. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a second down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Winston on 3rd and 2.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Marr now to add the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Smith to return it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Jameis to throw it. will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
2nd and 4. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Kelce, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Lions have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Winston. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
On 1st and 10, Winston.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
2nd and 2.
Now Winston. He'll get this one to Patrick.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw here pulled in by Galladay.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Casey Hayward.
And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Micah Parsons, the rookie, in on the stop. So, CD, you talk about this football team, and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long.